It is Friday Night SmackDown, and the WWE Universe is electric. We have one heck of a show in store for you here tonight.
Sold-out crowd, fired-up locker room. It doesn't get much better than this, gentlemen.
I've been waiting all day for a SmackDown, and now it's finally here. Let's get this party going, guys.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 343 pounds, Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, Lucha House Party.
A duo that always delivers when it comes to tag team action, and the WWE Universe is ready for it.
Oh, here come the men near the head of the table.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 479 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Both Jimmy and Jay have earned seats at the table with Roman Reigns. Roman, who has made both better.
Well, I question that. Has Roman Reigns made Jimmy and Jey Uso better, or has Roman Reigns actually divided the Usos?
It is just about impossible to overcome the bond that the Usos share, Saxton.
And now we're all set for this tag match with Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado. And standing in their way of victory, we see Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso.
These teams have scouted each other very well. They've probably identified the weak link in their opposition. Likely going to want to isolate and punish that single individual.
Drop kick. Oh, my God. And misses on the springboard. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Ooh. Stomping down.
Samoan drop.
Ooh, he caught him right in the face.
And what a reversal from Jey Uso.
Oh, that got turned around on Metalik. Turning the tables there. That's what they call me, the hot shot. He's looking a little off balance.
If he's smart, he'll make a tag soon. A break on the apron could help him mitigate this damage.
Scouted. Set him up. Russian leg sweep. He's tagging out. Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly.
Samoan drop.
Well scouted reversal there.
Kick to the midsection, sunset flip. Is it enough? The cover!
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank. A moonsault.
Oh, right in there.
Metalik with great awareness.
Arm drag.
tag. This is not going to be good.
Oh, super kick into the spiking pile driver.
On a stomp for the win. And a kick out right away.
Still in it. What a gutsy performance. The Golden Links getting ready. Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like his end is near. Oh my gosh.
Got him set up in the corner of the ring. Jimmy saw it coming. Float over. Great counter. Ooh! Did you see that? Propelled through the air. Ooh! Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. He's turning the tables. Tag. Oh, man.
That'll make your legs go numb. Springboard. Big forearm. Going right after the neck. Neck breaker.
With the tag is Jey Uso.
Oh, yeah. Let's just all take a moment to truly appreciate and embrace his presence. Oh, goodness, that looked bad.
Finds a counter for Jey.
Sharp elbows to the body, looking to fight his way out.
Raw drop kick. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
We might be close to the end.
There is no way this can go on for much longer.
Looking worse for wear in the corner now.
Metalik with great awareness. Climbing up top, he's got big plans.
Taking flight.
Oh, the high risk doesn't pay off.
Going right after the neck.
Neck breaker. Got the tag. Got the tag. An arm wrench. DDT.
Dorado is out of the way.
He's burying elbows in the midsection. Schoolboy, no, rolls through.
Oh, super kick!
Rocked with a headbutt, but not done yet.
A second one.
Boom! Something's about to go either very wrong or very right.
Uso
Splash!
Will Jey take advantage?
Jey taking his offense to the top rope.
Top rope. Got the knees up just in time.
This could turn things around.
Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Moonsault!
Now trampling the opposition.
Jey puts a stop to that. Uh-oh. Samoan drop!
Boom, right across the small of the back.
Knew what was coming there.
Quick exchange of counters there.
Oh, my God, a DDT! Spiked them. Critical time in this matchup.
This is a time to dig deep.
I don't know if Lince Dorado can take much more of this.
Maybe just stay down, man. You've done enough.
Flipping the script on him there.
And responds with a counter of their own.
Oh, my God, a DDT! Oh, he fights Jay back.
Back and forth from these competitors. Schoolboy, nope, rolls through.
Super kick, and there's the cover. Good officiating there. Referee seeing him the ropes and breaking the count.
Top rope.
Oh, knees to the chest.
Now Lindsay's looking for some momentum.
And that could be the spark Dorado was looking for.
A running Hurricane Rana.
Off the turnbuckles.
What's he gonna do?
Atomic drop.
That'll have you walking funny.
Headed to the top rope.
Uso. Oh, God. Metalique's in serious danger.
Makes the cover.
He stops the count for his partner.
Schoolboy line to put this one away.
Instantly, he has his shoulders up.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
There's not a single person sitting in this arena.
It's pandemonium, Cole.
And again.
Great way to wear down your opponent. Up the turnbuckle goes Jay. Top rope. Boom! Perfectly timed with the knees.
When you're in an atmosphere like this, when you can't hear yourself think because the crowd's so loud, you find a way to do superhuman things. That's what these combatants are doing here.
Neck breaker.
Down low with the drop kick. Ooh! Spine buster.
Tag made. Oh, the reversal by Lindsay Dorado. Tags him in. And out of the ring he goes.
Oh! Shoulder to the gut. No way.
It's a subject with powerbomb. He slides back into the ring. He's heading up top.
Thinking big.
Boom! What an uppercut. Jarring. To the sky.
He paid for that one.
Oh, man. Big time.
Look at this. Going counter for counter. Bang!
Super kick. Gets him in position.
This is not going to end well for him, Michael.
Oh, that got turned around on Metalik. Kick right to the body.
And up the turnbuckles we go. Uso.
Uso splash.
Jimmy might have just finished things.
Thank goodness for the teammate.
Just quite in time.
DDT.
Mike.
Will it be? Shoulder up, shoulder up.
The fact that these superstars can still be moving at this point is beyond the realm of reality.
From the top. Elbow drop.
This is it.
Kicks out. He still has life. Thought he had it.
You gotta be kidding me.
He is truly feeling it right now. As well he should.
Quick thinking pays off.
Counter after counter.
Metalik able to counter.
Kick to the midsection, sunset flip.
Oh, into a powerbomb.
Comes in off the tag.
Stomping. Ouch.
Gets him with the counter.
Oh, man.
Vicious headbutt.
Oh, wow. Jimmy Uso is a bloody mess now.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
Hurricane Rana into a powerbomb.
Grand Metalik looking to finish this. Jimmy's eyes look glazed over. 2.
He did it! He did it! No doubt that was a match people will be telling their kids about for years to come. Here's another look.
Here are your winners, Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik Lucha House Party.
Two great superstars that go great together, and that win is proof.
That's about as perfect an example of tag team wrestling you're ever likely to see.
Time to put your hair up and square up.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Byron, I would love to see you interview Sonya Deville so she could punch you right in the mouth.
I wouldn't enjoy that at all.
Sonya Deville is as bad as they come.
Sonya Deville, such a force in the women's division. From Tough Enough in 2015 to NXT in 2017, what a name she's beginning to make for herself in the WWE Universe.
Guess what?
What?
It's boss time!
I knew you were going to say that, Michael.
From Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
A Grand Slam champion in WWE, has won the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT women's titles, as well as the women's tag team titles.
How about the time she competed in the main event of WrestleMania against Bianca Belair?
What your issues are with Sasha Banks. She's one of the all-time greats.
Dare talk to her? She's intolerable.
Or he's just jealous. He wishes he had half the bling that Sasha has.
The boss, Sasha Banks, set for competition. Banks no stranger to high-pressure situations, whether it's the pressure of the moment or the pressure of living up to her stellar past. Sasha is game and as fierce as a competitor as they come in WWE.
Sasha Banks is also no stranger to duplicity, backstabbing, and doing just about anything she can to guarantee a win. Sasha Banks doesn't like anybody not named Sasha Banks.
All things you usually applaud a superstar for, Corey. That being said, you do have a point buried deep in there. Banks is always willing to do whatever it takes to win, and there's just about nothing that can change her mind when it comes to that. Tonight should be no different.
Although, she's in for a challenge tonight against Sonya Deville, a competitor whose confident scowl says it all. DeVille's a pure fighter, and she knows it. Her belief in her own in-ring abilities could carry her to the win tonight.
Well, you say confidence, Corey, where I might go as far as to say arrogance. But either way, there's no denying that when it comes to in-ring competition, Sonya Deville has got the goods.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Making that shoulder a priority.
Banks is a moving target.
There she goes. And countouts are legal, so hopefully this will be a short trip outside.
Straining that trapezius muscle.
Stomping away. Measured knee drop.
If you want to defeat a savvy veteran like Sasha Banks, you're going to have to be inventive. Sasha's learned a laundry list of counters, but with a little creativity, you might just be able to outwit her.
I think you're right, Corey. Standard attacks just aren't going to cut it against the boss. She's back in under the ropes. Boom!
Leg trapped. Looking for the heel hook stretch.
And there's the reversal from Sasha Banks.
DDT! She's feeling it, and the WWE Universe is feeling it too.
Oh, and she turns it around. Reversal on DeVille.
A counter answered by another counter. Oh, a nasty.
She thinks she has it. Gets the shoulder up.
Well, she thought she saw a chance to gain the fall, but obviously was mistaken.
Face crusher. Counters. This could be an opportunity. Getting set up for something in the corner. She had it scouted.
Up and down.
Good grief.
Into the pin attempt. She overcomes the pinfall attempt.
This isn't even close to over.
Ah, drop kick to the spine. Kick. Ah, wrist lock up to the top rope. Hurricanrana. Lands the elbow.
Right across the knee.
My goodness.
Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Great counter. Impressive ring IQ on display there. Hoisted up. Gut buster. It's boss time, guys.
You cannot stop Banks when she's like this.
Oh, quite an effective counter. Oh, God.
Ooh, vicious kick. Sasha striking right.
Oh, now she's looking to apply the pressure with this submission maneuver.
Just getting all twisted up.
Oh, look at this. Is she going to tap out?
Think of all the pain.
Oh, serious peril. No, she counters.
Not so fast. Hurricanrana.
Good grief.
Sonya Deville with the reversal.
And Sonya is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
Yeah, Sonya getting some newly determined focus.
Oh, kick to the kidneys.
The DeVille combo, Saxton.
What a
This could do it. Kicks out after one.
Amazing effort by her.
Backstabber. Flips over.
Sasha with a back statement. A back statement. Sasha cranking on it with everything she's got. Can the boss's opponent...
Oh, the backstabbing reversed into a cover. I can't believe my eyes. She just kicked out.
This is where desperation becomes a factor. Time to pull out all the stops.
Reversal. What a counter.
Popped up. Down.
Good grief.
Cover. Two. Got it. No, just a two.
She just will not go away.
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
just straining the body. Trapped and nowhere to go.
Except for maybe the emergency room or the locker room. This is going to be bad.
Oh, serious peril. No, she counters.
Turns that back on Sonya.
Trademark backstabber from the boss.
Flips into the bank statement.
Sasha cranking on it with everything she's got. Can the boss's opponent survive? Banks picks up the win.
Sasha Banks did it!
I can't believe it.
And here's a look back at some of the action from the previous match.
Here is your winner, Sasha Banks.
She's got to be proud of this win.
That is just a huge win for Sasha Banks.
Yeah, the boss got to be feeling good after that one.
I think Happy Corbin is the luckiest man in WWE.
Why?
I would agree with that assessment. Let's talk about this, Cole. From riches to rags, back to riches. How can you not be inspired by Happy Corbin?
He doesn't have to rub it in our face.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kansas City, weighing in at 275 pounds, Happy Corbin!
You know, here's a guy who was at rock bottom. He was begging people for money. Then he gets lucky, he strikes it rich, and now he treats everyone like a bunch of idiots.
And all it took was one lucky roll of the dice to change Happy Corbin's fortunes.
Well, in my opinion, Happy Corbin is one big happy jerk.
Spoken like a true loser.
Just a different feeling in the air when WWE's resident superhero makes his entrance.
And his opponent from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing in at 190 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet!
Ricochet is set for action, and it's just amazing to watch if the match isn't even started yet.
Well, Ricochet better be careful not to tire himself out before the bell rings.
I just love to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because Ricochet is going to do something special here tonight.
Before this match, Ricochet said he wants to be a beacon of hope, that there is no dream too big.
Sometimes I think Ricochet says those kind of things less to convince others and more to convince himself. There's a constant confidence check going on in Ricochet's head.
I don't know if I can agree with that, Corey.
Then you have a straight-up bully like Happy Corbin standing there, ready to inflict as much punishment as he possibly can with a smile on his face.
Hey, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, Saxton. If there's any superstar who truly understands that saying, it's Happy Corbin.
Frustration, clearly, because here he comes.
You can say that again. Look who's here.
O'Connor roll. The shoulders are down. This could be it.
Referee in great position.
Those 1 counts getting harder and harder to kick out of.
What does Happy Corbin need to do to live up to his name and have a happy night?
Just keep smiling, obviously. As far as the match goes, he needs to lean onto his power game and just keep throwing those heavy hands and slams. That'll put him in an even better mood.
Absolutely brutal. Ruthless.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. Oh, foot just stomping down. Oh, what a kick. Ooh. Now he's been put on the defensive. No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Ricochet being grounded for the time being.
Happy Corbin utilizing his power game, looking like he's having an even better night than usual.
And he stonewalls Corbin.
And Ricochet isn't looking helpless anymore.
But Ricochet has to push now while there's an opening.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Springboard. Phoenix splash.
You gotta be kidding me.
A defiant kick out after one.
He's still got more left in the tank. Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the playbook for a submission.
I have no idea how he hasn't tapped.
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a rag doll here.
And all the impact brought to the knee.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
No one does it better.
Knees right to the gut.
Uh-oh.
And it goes.
Corbin might take it here.
Looking for the victory. A kick out. Oh, my God.
Very few superstars possess the fortitude to do what we just witnessed.
Very few? How about almost none? This match just went to the next level.
Will that be the last opportunity? Is there still enough left in these men? Great counter by Ricochet. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Slides down the backside. Boom! Attacking the knee.
Oh, kick right to the back. Oh, a jumping arm breaker.
Great drop kick.
Oh, clothesline. He's in a little bit of trouble now.
At this stage of the match.
Top rope.
630 splash from Ricochet.
Corbin's in a terrible predicament.
There's two. And they're still in this.
I gotta hand it to Corbin there, showing a lot of determination to avoid the pinfall.
What else does Ricochet need to do tonight? He's given everything, but still hasn't ended this. We have seen such a physical match from these combatants, and the wear and tear is starting to show.
And now's the time where the smartest competitor needs to take advantage of the situation. Needs to figure out the quickest way to end this.
Momentum completely in the corner of Ricochet.
An impressive assault from Ricochet.
DDT! Ricochet top rope.
About to do what he does best. Stirring back to his feet, but he might not know where he is.
This could be spectacular. Are you kidding me? The Dragon Rana.
Does he get him here? And a kick out at 2.5.
Don't turn out the lights just yet.
Off the ropes. Oh, look at this agility.
He has to be at his limit now.
Yeah, this is a dire situation right now.
Ooh, amazing agility.
2.
way. No way. I refuse to believe that wasn't 3. Ricochet has the target right where he wants it. But can Ricochet close this? 2! Ricochet with an incredible victory.
Now let's take another look at these guys in action.
Here is your winner, Ricochet!
That is the kind of win that opens eyes here in WWE.
A major victory here.
This is what it's all about. All the hard work, all the training, it's all for achieving big victories like this one.
Guys, we're about to see a fight.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
He has got to be in the best shape of his life.
And the worst mood of his life as well.
A man who betrayed Drew McIntyre, Cesaro, and the entire WWE Universe.
Well, luckily, the Irishman's powerful enough to fight all on his own.
Yeah! Time to hop aboard the positivity bus, gentlemen!
And his opponents, first, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, Big E!
As Corey can attest to, Big E's known to have a good time, but now he has a serious side.
And it's that serious side that Big E's opponents need to worry about. One of the strongest human beings walking the planet Earth. A multiple-time Intercontinental Champion and a top single star in WWE.
The Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, has arrived, and a fight is about to start.
We have learned that wherever McIntyre goes, brutality follows.
Right now, it is McIntyre who is leading the WWE Universe into battle.
Weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
Completely different mindset than his first time around in WWE.
Well, for years, people always talked about the potential of Drew McIntyre, what he could accomplish. Well, it seems finally Drew McIntyre is embracing those expectations.
The chosen one has now become the one. always need to be on your toes whenever you face off against multiple combatants. That is especially true in this triple threat with Sheamus, Big E, and Drew McIntyre.
Always a feeling out process in the early goings of a triple threat. You want to gauge your distance. You want to know just how much real estate you can have to yourself. You don't want to be the first one targeted because things can snowball against you quickly.
That'll do it for the Irish Curse. Reversal catches Sheamus there. Into the corner he goes, a perfectly placed target.
Byron, how does this matchup require a different mindset? A superstar must be prepared to go all out, be as aggressive and vicious as possible.
Remember, it's no disqualification. The superstars can do whatever they want, but it can only end with a 3 count or a tap out.
Just like that, Big E finds a counter. Taking it right to the midsection.
Looking for more damage here.
Release back suplex.
Connects on the kick.
Able to reverse.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. No! Nasty kick from McIntyre.
He's getting a little battered now. Got to find a way to get out of this. And the fighting back gets them out of a precarious position. Oh, look at this. Headbutt! He takes control.
Oh, effective body blow.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation from the crowd and get back into the fight.
Stop in the leg. Just nasty.
Reversal. Can they go on the attack?
This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible magnificence.
He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
Alabama slam.
That was all sorts of nasty.
Elbow drop.
Oh, Big E avoids contact. Uh-oh, this is not going to end well.
Power bomb. Fishing for something beneath the ring.
Big E on the move.
And he has an answer for Big E. Oh, look at this.
Oh, what a headbutt.
And now he's giving you all another chance to simply take it all in.
Sky high. Way up there. And he gets the shoulder up before two.
Keeping a loss at bay for now.
Counter from the Celtic Warrior. And he's able to counter.
Oh, Sheamus saw it coming.
Scoop slam.
Oh, my
goodness.
From the ground up.
Superhuman. Had it scouted. No! A slam.
Alabama style.
Great power. Inverted suplex. He's getting pushed down to the defensive.
Hanging tough as this match progresses. No easy task in a triple threat match.
That'll light up your chest. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Rear chin lock, and now just rapid fire punches.
Ooh, well measured.
Waist lock.
Calls the pin off with a rope break.
DDT.
Ooh. Man, that was nasty.
Is it enough to put Big E away?
Makes the cover. What a kick out at two.
Wait, are we sure that was not a 3 count?
You can't count that high, Saxton, but that was one of the closest near falls you'll ever see.
I can see it on his face. Sheamus is ready to reload and get back on the attack after that kick out. McIntyre gets met with a response. Reversal. Can he take advantage?
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
That dodge can buy Drew time.
Veteran instincts from Sheamus.
Neck breaker excellently executed.
Have you ever seen such disdain from this superstar for the other?
This is so chaotic.
They've taken it to a new level here tonight.
I don't think either one of these superstars will ever be the same after this match. Listen to this place. It's unreal.
The decibel level in here right now is breaking glass. These fans are on fire. Working over the midsection, attacking those ribs and organs. Face first with a waistlock takedown. Big boot! Jeez. The countdown is on, gentlemen. McIntyre, sight set. Claymore kick. McIntyre might have him. Cover. 2 count.
He's still in this fight.
You got a question. How much is it worth? How much is it worth to continue through the agony?
It's obviously worth everything. Obviously worth every drop of sweat on the ground.
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago. Had that one scouted.
Oh, Big E avoids contact.
Spiked. Kick to the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm. Oh, hold on. Is he thinking of the submission here?
Boston Crab now. What a unique submission maneuver here. Look at the pain his opponent's in.
How much punishment can he tolerate right now? The crab locked in. Nice counter. Man, that was nasty.
That might have knocked McIntyre out.
Cover.
How in the world? Just trademark determination from this.
The powerhouse of the New Day has his opponent up.
Big ending. Well, that clinch things for Big E.
And he stops the count.
Lucky him. Oh, nice. Schoolboy from behind.
Cover.
And he fights it off. Thought he had it.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hooked up.
Oh, look at the powered side slam. Listen to this place.
Right across the back of the neck. Has his opponent up.
This is about to be over because here comes
Big E with a big ending.
Just took the fight out of Sheamus.
What in the world?
Sheamus powered out. The Celtic Warrior proving his toughness tonight.
That move has brought victory before, but not on this occasion. Might be time to think outside the box. There are no words for the ride these fans have gone through in this match.
It has been a roller coaster, and I don't think the ups and downs are over yet. Oh, Big E avoids contact.
And now McIntyre is being neutralized.
Drew doesn't usually allow his opponents to gain this much confidence.
Placing them into the corner. Boom, what impact.
He was waiting for him to make his move.
Hooked up. Great power.
Inverted suplex. Return fire on the Celtic Warrior.
Sheamus anticipated that one. Sky high!
Way up there.
Claymore!
Does he have him here? Makes a cover. He kicked out at 2.
Unbelievable presence of mind.
I thought he was unconscious.
McIntyre needs to find a recourse, find another option to take this match.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Gotta hurt. McIntyre counters with power. Neck breaker.
close out this matchup.
Oh, that's gonna sting. He switches it back around. Powerbomb, dropped him.
Just mounted with punches. And not, oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. Oh, loving blow.
Oh, that might have just broken something. The stomp in every single part of his body. Oh, knee to the face.
That's gonna hurt. Big E! Big E! With a big ending! Yet another big move, guys.
He got whipped into that corner. Looking a little out of it, up on that turnbuckle.
Oh, this could very well be the beginning of the end.
Power slam!
Big E is really dialed in right now.
Big E firing on all cylinders.
Big E on the move.
Up and, oh, knee right to the spine.
And the damage on Sheamus is now accumulating.
Yeah, Sheamus could be close to getting completely overpowered.
Drew McIntyre did it. Let's look back on the action from the last match.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
Standing tall above the two other hungry competitors who are in this match.
This is the kind of action you get when you put three hungry competitors in a match against one another, forcing them to battle for supremacy.
Well, she was once one of the sweetest. She's now one of the meanest.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley!
You know, there was a time where Bayley was actually one of my favorites. Now she's arrogant. She even ignores me in the hallway.
Oh, Saxton, don't you dare question Bayley's confidence. Ding dong, hello, she's earned that confidence. I witnessed her first several days at FCW. This is not only a different competitor, but a completely different woman. She is the epitome of ambition, a true role model.
Grown tired of being an underdog. She's tired of being overlooked.
Has toppled every foe that stood in her way.
Lightning from down under.
She's held the NXT UK Women's Championship and was the 2018 Mae Young Classic winner.
And from Gold Coast, Australia, Toni Storm!
Toni Storm, still young and always improving her game. Toni really turned heads by scoring 3 victories in the inaugural Mae Young Classic. Actually went on to win the finals of the 2018 Mae Young Classic
at the first ever all-women's Evolution pay-per-view.
This is an all-out brawl right out of the box. What should the approach be, Corey?
To not get hit? If you're on defense, find a way to avoid the variety of attacks that a no DQ match allows. If you're on offense, stay on the attack because anything goes.
It is so important to know when to create separation and when to go on offense. Gut wrench! Looking wobbly in the corner.
Clothesline! Cody with the counter. Oh, she lands hard. Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective. Ah, drop kick to the spine. Byron, a match like this is when we see how merciless someone can be. What will this come down to?
This is about who can weather the storm. A superstar can attack at will here. Everything is a weapon. That is what makes this so dangerous. It's anything goes.
There are no limits here, and it can be chilling to see the lengths someone's willing to go to.
On the apron.
Oh, God, that's a bad landing.
All measured up.
Hits the drop kick. Ah, what a smash!
That is just insulting.
And Bayley never saw that coming. Oh, yeah. All right. These women
Unloading on one another. Such a physical matchup.
and that'll drive her out of the ring, and
Attempting to leave in a cowardly manner, but
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
sit right back into the ring. Ouch.
Caught her.
Tough position to be caught in here.
Right across the throat.
Producing a trampling. Uh-oh.
Take a look at this.
Into the neck breaker. Makes the cover. She breaks the count quick.
It's not over yet. Plenty left to go in this one.
Right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
And now she's looking to go top rope. Perched up top. Brace for this impact.
like a guillotine.
She's taking some big hits here.
Sharp elbow.
Bayley combats out of that.
No.
Places her right in the corner. Not where you want to be right now.
Absolutely not.
Oh, hip drop. Turns back, storms attack.
Double underhook applied. Up and
Face buster. Oh. Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want.
Oh, what's coming here? Submission move being applied.
Is it fully locked in?
you can see the agony on her face.
Oh, she wants out, and she'll do anything to make it happen.
Butterfly double underhook up and
Face buster.
underneath the ropes. Ooh, running knee strike.
Why is she still boasting around? She's in a fight, for goodness sake.
Wow, wiping that smug look right off her face.
Foot to the mid. Oh, Toni Storm!
Storm Zero. Storm has victory in her sights.
Oh, my God.
You gotta be kidding me.
Everyone here is in shock.
And it looks like frustration is setting in for Storm. She might be doubting her ability to close this out.
Just a barrage of stomps.
Each superstar trying to stay a step ahead.
Bayley did her homework there. Sent into the corner.
Well-executed suplex. Right in the mouth.
Relentless.
Enough already.
Bayley is now under pressure.
Yeah, impressive offense from Toni Storm. Nice running crossbody.
That's gotta be it.
There's two!
She just won't stay down.
Climbing up to the top now. Oh! Big mistake there, Corey.
Oh, she knows that now.
Mat slam with some attitude.
Bayley turns it around.
Banging back with their own counter.
Toni Storm up top. From the top. Clothesline. So effective. And anguish on Storm's face as she takes on more damage.
Yeah, Bayley's been an aggressor, and she just showed more.
Able to counter.
And another counter.
Wants her set up in the corner. Looking vulnerable on that top turnbuckle. Move over, Byron. Let a professional call this one, because this is going to be nasty. Hurricanrana! Ooh, look at her answering back.
Start counting, Saxton.
1, 2, 3.
We could be here all day.
Power.
I think you're right.
Look at this, guys.
I think a storm warning is in effect.
Had the forecast for Storm. 1, 2, 3. No. The shoulders were not down. The referee was right on top of it. Paying it right back with a reversal. No surprise that what we're witnessing is trending.
Forget trending on social media. The motion in the arena is charting on the Richter scale.
Storm got out of the way.
She flips it back on her.
Pile driver. You gotta be kidding me. Just caught flush.
Reminding her who all these people really paid to see.
Oh, the reversal by Bayley.
German suplex. And set him up. Oh, knee to the face.
That's gonna hurt. She avoids the contact. She's going up.
Top rope here. Oh, no. Crashing hard onto the floor.
Was trying to make a big splash with that, but there was no water in the pool.
Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man.
Working the midsection there.
Legs caught. Double axe handle. Countered it just in time. Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man. Under the ropes and back into the ring. Ooh, slam.
With authority. Ooh, treading all over their opponent.
And that prevents Bayley's attack.
Coming in hot.
She slips outside. What has she got in mind?
Golly, an endless trampling there.
And another just non-stop aggression. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Driven into the barricade.
Whip right into the barricade.
She's fighting back. Looking for a high-risk, high-reward situation.
Up high. Crossbody from the top.
Looking for the victory. 2. Kick out. She still has life.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't either. Can this ref even count to 3?
Elbow drop.
And Storm reverses it. Counters. German suplex. Listen to this place. It's the...
Bayley looking to end this. This might do it. Hooked up. Rose plant. Toni Storm, welcome to Dream Street.
There's 2. Wow, just barely making it out.
Amazing. Toni Storm showing the heart of a warrior with that kick out.
And now they're... Diving senton bomb.
That was amazing.
Cover. 2 count, 3. No.
Where is she finding the strength?
This is unreal.
Bayley left an opening for the counter. Stops the kick. Takedown. An all-out attack from Bayley.
Storm needs to find energy and fast.
Ooh, she just turned it around.
Snapmare takeover.
There's the kick. Storm escapes damage.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
With the reversal.
An elusive Bayley there.
Impressive reversal there.
That could be the table turner Bayley desperately needed.
Knee to the face.
That's gonna hurt.
Toni Storm's in trouble here, guys.
Bayley's at her best when she leaves the niceties at the door.
Oh, what a chop. Belly to belly.
Is it enough? The cover. Are you kidding me?
Incredible to think. After everything we've witnessed, we are still at a stalemate.
She comes up empty.
Rocked by the hip attack.
Oh, look at this. Great creativity.
Air raid neck breaker. She's going for it. This could be. She pops the shoulder up and 1.
I'm shocked that she kicked out.
You and I both, Byron.
Storm's thinking high risk.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God, what a move. Measuring Storm. Just 1 move away from cutting Toni time.
Bayley could be thinking about the end. Rose plant. Is it enough for Bayley?
For the win. 2. Bayley scores the victory. And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
That superstar survived against enormous odds in this elimination match.
Yeah, outlasting every other superstar, doing exactly what they had to do in the process.
And doing so when they had to do it. Timing is just so important in a match like this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Universal Championship.
Here comes one of the most dominant competitors ever.
Breathing fire and raining destruction like a dragon.
A focused gaze on the face of Goldberg.
Goldberg's dominance has stood the test of time.
A lot of pressure on this superstar. Tonight's where he needs to prove that he's championship material.
The head of the table has arrived.
Complete domination of WWE. This has brought his family and the locker room in line.
And we should all be thankful that WWE has Roman Reigns. While some people may question the change in Roman's attitude, you cannot deny he still works harder than anyone in WWE.
Takes no opponent lightly, engages in psychological warfare even before the bell rings.
And there is no question about it. Roman Reigns is one of the most dominant competitors in WWE history.
Roman Reigns looking to continue expanding his empire.
Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, Goldberg! And introducing the champion from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds. He is the WWE Universal Champion, Roman
winning the Universal title makes you the guy in WWE.
The looks on these superstars' faces says it all. This is going to be one heck of a fight.
No one came here to lose, but there can only be one Universal Champion in the end.
Better settle in, fellas. I have a feeling this could be a grueling match.
He is a sight to behold. Take a picture while you can, everyone.
Goldberg counters with authority. Oh, look at mounting, and now the punch is hammering away.
Ruthless.
One after another.
Really just laying it in.
Just punched him right in the mouth.
Relentless.
Enough already.
Carefully measured knee drop. Well-placed kick.
Reigns able to sidestep.
Up on the shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match. Counter. And now there's an opening. Oh, look at the Vito. Man, that hurts.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
It seemed like the few people who have gotten the better of Roman Reigns have done so by employing weapons or other extreme measures. Do you think those kind of tactics are a necessity against the big dog?
Well, Cole, the clever use of a steel chair would certainly help put Roman Reigns down for the count, but I don't think you have to go that route. If you can, catch Roman with some hard-hitting offense and continue the assault. It'll get the job done just as well as a weapon.
Out of the way in time. We'll slide back in the ring now.
That hit connects from Roman Reigns.
Oh, that is going to leave a mark.
The challenger's looking shaken.
Reigns gets out of harm's way.
Boom, right to the button.
This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible magnificence.
Ooh, connects to the back of the neck.
This is just ridiculous. Look at the power. This is downright superhuman. Deadlift gut-wrench suplex.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Oh, someone call a dentist.
Oh, look at this.
So ruthless.
He skirts around it. Oh, man. Kick to the face.
Defiant counter to Reigns.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
There you go, Cole.
Setting up.
Oh, he knew what was coming.
Superman punch. Good night.
For the title. A kick out at the last possible moment.
Oh, goodness. Doesn't get much closer to 3 than that.
Getting him into the corner. He's positioned up on that turnbuckle.
I would not want to be him right now.
Uh-oh, going up top. This isn't going to be good. Goldberg fights that off.
Oh, my
Look at
goodness.
this. From the ground up.
Power slam. Oh, look at the well-placed elbow right on the mark. monster. Cover by the challenger. He's able to kick out before two.
Still has enough energy for the simple kick out.
Just deadlifting right there. The power.
Superhuman.
Powerless position to be in right now.
Oh, snake eyes caving in their face.
The effects of this match are showing on the champ.
And hanging tough, but beginning to show some wear and tear. Might want to think about picking up the pace a bit.
And that stops whatever Goldberg had intended.
Reversal after reversal. These two are ready for each other.
Clothesline. Reigns is setting up, Michael. Here it comes. Spear.
Another one bites the dust to the champ.
Close.
This puts the pressure back on the champion.
Can the champion respond with their back against the wall?
And this one continues. The big dog is going to have to fight even harder to score the win. Left by the turnbuckles.
You just feel like this match may be about to reach its finish. Feel like we're about to see a car crash.
Just like that, Goldberg turns things around.
Oh, stomping away.
Oh, kick right to the back. Oh, what a counter.
Heavy duty right hand.
The challenger is in some big trouble.
Yeah, not looking good at all.
Goldberg needs to tap into his trademark intensity and mount a comeback as soon as possible.
Oh, that'll give you whiplash. He's got the answer for that one. How's that for a counter? What energy.
Reigns has identified the target. Stand by. Spear.
Cut him in half.
Looks like the champ is going to retain.
The cover.
That's it. The champ stays the champ.
Let's take another look at these guys in action.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
It's all over and Reigns stands victorious.
He said he would do it.
Get used to seeing it.
The Roman Empire grows as Reigns continues to conquer his opposition.